Recently, a group of 23 United States senators, both Republicans and Democrats, sent a frank and critical letter to Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, urging him to honor Canada's defence spending promises to NATO. This follows the long-awaited release of Canada's defence policy update last month, which was widely criticized as being both unclear in its accounting and lacking detail of how promises would be realized. It also comes after a rather rough visit to Washington for Canada's Defence Minister, Bill Blair. Blair was asked point blank by the BBC, "How embarrassed are you that your country is still failing to spend at least 2% of your GDP on defence?" The journalist could have gone on to point out that Canada's defence spending places it at the bottom of the NATO membership. In other words, Canada's credibility on defence is rightly at rock bottom with both Democrats and Republicans in Washington, all of whom are tired of Canada's free riding on America's defence effort. Yet what was Mr. Trudeau's response when questioned by the media in Canada? That Canada's allies are satisfied with Canada's defence commitments. Exactly who these satisfied allies are remains a bit of a mystery. The fact is that the people in charge in Ottawa are in denial about what a dangerous place the world has become and the effort required to keep the forces of disruption and aggression at bay. America, born of a revolution to overthrow British rule and always mindful of the envy and jealousy with which its success is regarded in some of the world's darkest corners, has always had a preoccupation with national security. It has also led the world's liberal democracies in banding together to see off foreign aggression and interference. Today, Americans are alive to threats in the world from Islamism, Russia's territorial ambitions, or China's aggressive global influence operation, and their military buildup in the South China Sea. Canadians, on the other hand, have traditionally felt quite safe, sheltering behind America's defense efforts and not contributing their share. That era is rapidly drawing to a close, especially at a time when the CUSMA agreement that underpins North American free trade is up for renewal soon. Canada's leaders can ill afford to be complacent about the extent to which they are alienating the entire political establishment in Washington. Wake up, Canada. Canada needs America far more than America needs Canada. But America asks itself every day if it should continue to defend such ungrateful and frivolous allies. Canada has enemies, as the foreign interference inquiry now underway in Canada has amply demonstrated, and as any thoughtful observer of the international scene can attest. Yet Canada is refusing to take seriously the promises it has itself made to those other liberal democracies, and especially America, who have promised to come to our defense in times of trouble. America is right to call out Canada, and it is long past time for Canada to answer the call. For the Centre for North American Prosperity and Security and the Macdonald-Laurier Institute, I'm Brian Lee Crowley.